welcome. My name is Frances, and I'm coming to you from Zenyasa.com. Today I'm going to show you Touching the Earth B. This is a series that is very strengthening for the legs and the stability of the ankles. It's also a very challenging balance practice. So if you have trouble with your balance, this is a great exercise to incorporate into your practice regularly. So we'll use the block as something to raise the floor up to meet us as we go to touch the earth. So we'll just have that handy. And we'll start by standing on the mat with your hands on your hips. Right? I'll give a variation first and then make our way into the full action as we do. So starting with your hands on your hips, you can get a sense that your hips are really level. Think of your hip points that are kind of close to the surface there as little laser lights that you can point forward. Right? So when you're moving, you can get a sense that you haven't shifted and twisted your hips. Right? So hands on the hips will help us. We'll start by shifting the weight into the right foot, and we'll lift the left knee up. We'll send the foot out and just miss the floor. It's a good balance challenge already, I can tell. You'll start to tip the hips. Now, with your hands on your hips, you can get a sense for if your laser lights are pointing equally toward the floor. You could focus on your elbows, right, so that you're not tipping the elbows, which would mean that your pelvis is twisted. So think of your elbows like airplane wings as you are tipping forward. So we go knee lifts, heel presses, just miss the floor and tip. Feel your belly muscles support you here as you tip toward a warrior three shape. You know, it can be small or it can be big. I've done this with students where we've gone very small, and it's still getting the action that's very strengthening for the moving leg and also the support leg. So feel free to do it smaller. Feel free to touch down in between every repetition. For the most challenge, you'll add in no stopping, right? And you can also bend the supporting leg knee and do some arm variations. Right? So just the modification one more time is knee lift, heel presses, low or high, up to you. Just miss the floor. Keep the hips level. Keep your airplane wings level as you tip. And again, it can be low, and then come back and touch down. For a little more challenge, right, we'll come to the place where we're going to end up touching the block or the floor, and we'll start to bend our supporting leg knee. Now we want to watch not to have the knee wobble around as we do this, so take your time. And if you notice that pause, and maybe go back to the straight leg version, and it's okay. The supporting leg will be the hand that is to the small of the back, and the other hand will be dangling down. So we'll use the block as something to touch down in. So you want to have it just outside of where your foot needs to go. So we'll go ahead and lift the left leg, knee comes up, heel presses. You'll just miss the floor. Feel your belly firm. As you tip, you'll start to bend the supporting leg knee and try to really keep it as steady as you can, as smooth as you can. Press through the back leg with energy and just let the bottom arm dangle. Now you can touch the block there, right, or there, or you can touch the floor. Right? See what feels comfortable for you. I'll use the block on a low level. And let's go ahead and come back up. Remember, you can touch down or you can keep going. So we go knee lift, heel press, just miss the floor and tip, touching the earth. And knee lift, heel press, just miss the floor and tip. And again, here, let's call this number 3 as we're going into our series. And you can do it with me. And just miss the floor and tip. And again, number 4. I like to count when I lift the knee. I oftentimes lose count on this one. My students know I'm notorious for that. So I pick the moment when I count as when I lift the knee. So this is number 5. And press. And just miss the floor and tip. And here comes number 6. And press. Just miss and tip. Oh, I'm losing my balance. Oh, help. Here we go. And here comes, now I'm losing count, but let's call this number 7. I think that might be right. Here we go. And if you fall out, it's okay. Right? You're really working to stabilize and strengthen the bootstrap muscles of the supporting leg. Right? It helps keep the arches lifted. Right? If you have flat feet, right, this will be a big challenge, but it will be a good exercise to help strengthen those muscles that are working to keep those arches lifted. Now we'll get ready for the second side. The supporting leg is the hand that's in the small of the back, and we'll do 8. We'll go knee lift, heel press, just miss the floor and tip. And here comes number 2. And just miss, and tip. And here comes number 3. And press, just miss, and tip. And breathing, number 4. Finding a good focal point to look at across from you can help. And then when you shift your focus to find a floorboard or a crease in the floor, can help you with your balance. So number 5. And here we go, knee lift, heel press, just miss the floor, and tip. And 2 last ones, almost done. And 1 more to go. Here we go, knee lift, heel press, just miss the floor, and tip. And there you have Touching the Earth B. A great chance to strengthen the bootstrap muscles that support the lower leg, to work your balance. And I hope that you have enjoyed this. Enjoy your yoga practice. Thank you so much for joining me, and namaste.